Ibrahim Elshinnawy welcoming you to our last two lectures, lecture number 13 and lecture number 14, inshallah. Today we are going to end our interesting and enjoyable play, A Doll's House. I like you to remember that in our last lecture that we stopped with Krogstad coming to Nora and threatening her if her husband did not give him a higher job in the bank, he would definitely drop a letter in the letter books, and he did not stop threatening her, and he was sure that Helmer would accept him again in the bank, not in the same position, but he would give him a better position or a higher position. And he has this confidence because you know that he has a weapon against Noura, and which is of course this forgery which Noura did in order to borrow some money from the bank in order to help her husband. Now we start with Act 3. In Act 3, we are expecting the reaction of Helmer when he receives this letter, in which all the details of the forgery, of the money, of the loan, everything. And I asked you, what's your expectation? What do you expect out of Helmer? Would he be thankful and grateful and appreciating what his wife did for him? I mean, borrowing this money in order to help him to get better and not to die, or he would be very furious, very angry, and he would accuse her of destroying his life, destroying his future professionally, and all this. We will of course see all these reactions and all these events that inshallah will happen in Act 3. But before starting this, let's go to an interesting meeting between Mrs. Lindy and Krogstad himself. Remember that when Krogstad first came to Noura's house, while Nora was speaking with her friend Mrs. Lindy, remember this meeting, and when he first came, we saw Mrs. Lindy trying not to make him see her face, and she started to tremble, to shake, and tried to hide her face by looking at the window and giving her back to him. And we asked ourselves, why is she behaving in this way? Now the answer to this question, we need to know now why she behaved in this way, why she did not want him to see her face. Did they know each other before? Was there any kind of relationship between the two? All these answers, all these questions will be answered inshallah in this act, of course. Okay, now Miss Lindy, I could not endure life without work. Now she is speaking to Krogstad, and of course you still remember her story that she sacrificed herself for the sake of her mother, who was seriously ill and bedridden, and also she sacrificed herself for the sake of her two younger brothers. She married to an old man. He was rich, but he did not leave anything to her. He did not leave money. He did not leave even after marriage. She did not have any children from him. So and now her mother is dead, and her two younger brothers do not need her anymore, and now she feels alone. So and that's why she comes to Noura to ask for help, to ask for a job. Mrs. Lindy, I could not endure life without work. Now she's speaking to Krogstad. All my life, as long as I can remember, I have worked, and it has been my greatest and only pleasure. But now I am quite alone. This is what she's saying. Now she's alone. She has no one to live with in the world. My life is dreadfully empty, and I feel so forsaken. There is not the least pleasure of working for oneself. Nell, give me someone and something to work for. So now she is speaking in a way which makes Krogstad understand something. What is this thing? Let's see. So she in the last line here she said, Nell, of course, Nell Krogstad, this is the first name of Krogstad. Nell, give me someone and something to work for. Now what is she doing now? Let's see. Mrs. Lindy, I want to be a mother to someone, and your children need a mother. We too need each other. Nell, I have faith in your real character. I can dare anything together with you. What she's doing is she is proposing to him. She is asking him marriage, you know. And of course this is very strange in our of course culture. This is not accepted for a woman, you know, in our culture to propose, to ask him to marry her. But this is what she is doing. Now she needs a husband, she needs children, and she wants to be a mother for his children. You know that Krogstad was married before, and his wife died, and he has children. So Lindy wants to be their mother. She wants to be his wife and to be a mother to his children. Krogstad grasps her hands. Thanks, Christine. Now I shall find a way to clear myself in the eyes of the world. Ah, but I forgot. Krogstad, yes, I will go, but it is all of no use. Of course, you are not aware what steps I have taken in the matter of the Helmers. Mrs. Lindy, yes, I know all about it, and in spite of that, have you the courage too? Mrs. Lindy, I understand very well what length is a man like you might be driven by despair. Of course, now they are speaking about the problem of Noura and the letter he sent already to Helmer, telling him all the details about the loan, about the money, and all these things. Krogstad, if I could only undo what I have done. You cannot. Your letter is lying in the letter books now, and as you said that he already left the letter in the letter books. So now Noura, in a hurried and breathless whisper, well, Mrs. Lindy, in a low voice. Noura and Lindy, they met together again once more, and Noura was trying now to tell her about what happened in her meeting with Krogstad. So Mrs. Lindy, in a low voice, I have had a talk with him. Noura, yes. And Mrs. Lindy, Noura, you must tell your husband all about it. Noura, Mrs. Lindy actually has a certain opinion in that matter. She believes that there is no use of hiding all these details from Helmer. She believes that Noura did not make something shameful to be afraid to tell her husband about it, and she believes that she must have enough courage to tell her husband, because what she did is not something shameful. On the contrary, this is something that she has to be proud of, because she sacrificed herself for the sake of her husband. She stood beside him in his critical time, and without her help he might be dead now. So she believes that Helmer, this is the time now. Helmer must know all the details about what she did. He must appreciate her sacrifice to him. And I don't know if you agree with this or not. I don't know if you agree if Noura should go on hiding this secret from her husband, or this is the right thing that she has to do. Wish if I could now speak to you to know your opinion about this. But for Mrs. Lindy, as we said, that Noura, you must tell your husband all about it. Noura, in an expressionless voice, I knew it. Mrs. Lindy, you have nothing to be afraid of as far as Krogstad is concerned, but you must tell him. Again, she's asserting that Helmer must know everything about this. Do not be afraid of anything. You have to go and tell your husband all the details about this. Noura, I won't tell him. Still, Noura refers to keep the secret, to finish everything away from Helmer. And why? Maybe she still has the same idea, that she does not want to hurt his feeling as a man, that she helped him and without her help he might be dead or something. Maybe she still has this idea and this concept in her mind. Now, Mrs. Lindy, then the letter will. If you do not, for Mrs. Lindy, she's telling her, if you do not go now and tell your husband all about it, he will read the letter dropped in the letter books by Krogstad. So Helmer, now the highest moment now happened. Helmer came from outside, and you might ask why Noura did not go before Helmer and open the letter books and take the letter. But because only Helmer has the key. Noura cannot go and open the letter books to get the letter. It is only Helmer who has the key to open. And this moment now happened. Now Helmer comes back and he opened the letter books. He found the letter. And then he went to speak to Noura. Now this meeting between Noura and Helmer is the highest point. This is the climax that we have here, right? So he is asking her, what is this? Do you know what is in this letter? Noura, yes, I know. Let me go, let me get out. Even she does not want to tell. She does not want to defend herself, because she believes that her husband would understand everything. She believes that her husband would appreciate, would be grateful and thankful to what she did to him. This is what she is expecting. But we will know that she is deceived. He is not that person. He is not that real man who is ready to be responsible for the things that his wife did. So Helmer, holding her back, where are you going? Noura, trying to get free. You shan't save me, Torvald. Look, again she believes that he is going to save her. He is going to stand and say, I'm responsible for everything. So she is deceived. She said, you shan't save me, Torvald. Helmer, really? True? Is this true? Is that what I'm reading here is true? All these things are true? True? Is this true that I read here? Horrible. No, it's impossible that it can be true. I cannot believe what I read in this letter. This is, look at his reaction, his attitude. Noura, it is true. I have loved you above everything else in the world. Look at these nice and wonderful words. She said, I have loved you above everything else in the world. So you were always my best love. I loved you even more than myself. I loved you even more than my children. She said that I loved you above everything else in this world. And what I did was not just for the sake of being like a heroine or something. No, I did it because I really loved you. So this is her opinion. This is why she did, and that's why we said that the word love is the key word for the character of Noura. She did it, as we said, for the sake of love. She loved him. Because she loved him, she was ready to do everything, even to offer her life for her husband. She did this because, as she said, that she loved him above everything else in this world. But would he appreciate this? Would these words affect and touch his heart? We will see. So, Helmer, oh, do not let us have any silly excuses. Look, silly excuses. Now he considers her love to him as silly excuses. Look at the difference between the two characters. One is saying that I loved you above everything else in this world, and the other character believes that love is a silly, stupid excuse. Look now, look at this gap, this wide and big gap between the two, how each one of them looks at the things. Noura taking a step towards him, Torvald, still she is deceived. Still she cannot believe that he would avoid and escape his responsibility. Helmer, miserable creature, starting to attack her. Miserable creature. What have you done? Noura, let me go. You shan't suffer for my sake. Again, she still believes that he is going to suffer for her sake, that he is going to be a real man responsible for what she did, and what she did only was for him, not for her. She borrowed, remember that she borrowed the money not to buy expensive things for her, not to buy a car, not to buy a villa, not to buy jewelries. She borrowed the money to help him to get better, to live, to survive, right? So you shan't suffer for my sake. You shall not take it upon yourself. Now she believes that he is going to have all the responsibility on his shoulders, and you shall not take it upon yourself. This is what she still believes, and she believes that he will be a real man, behaving as a real man, someone who is responsible. Helmer, no. Tragedy airs, please. Locks the whole door. Have you shall stay and give me an explanation. Sit down now and tell me. Explain to me what happened. How did it happen? Do you understand what you have done? Answer me. Do you understand what you have done? Noura looks steadily at him and says with a growing look of coldness in her face. Now she starts to understand. Now she starts to see him, to see his real nature, that this is not the man, this is not the husband who is going to be responsible. This is not the husband, and this is not the man who would be grateful and thankful and appreciating what I did to him. Now she starts to see, as we say before, she starts to see his face, his real face, his ugly face, his real ugly nature. She said, looks steadily at him and says with a growing look of coldness in her face, yes, now I'm beginning to understand thoroughly. Now she starts to understand him, to know him. Now she starts to know that she has been deceived all these 9 years she lived with him. She was deceived all these years by the word love. And now she starts to understand in a good way, in a better way, that this man does not deserve what I did for him. And this is what she's saying now. This is what she is trying now to understand, to know. Helmer walking about the room. What a horrible awakening. All these 8 years, she who was my joy and the pride, a hypocrite. Look, he is accusing her of being a hypocrite. A liar? Worse, a criminal? My wife, for him, he said that my wife is a criminal. The unutterable ugliness of it all. For shame, Noura is silent all this and looks steadily at him. Now she does not utter, she does not say any word, looking at him silently and coldly, and now trying to know him more, to see him more in a better way. And of course she is shocked and surprised by his reaction. Right? For shame, Noura is silent and steadily looking at him. He stops in front of her. I ought to have suspected that something of the sort would happen. I ought to have foreseen it. All your father's want of principles, be silent. All your father's want of principle has come out in you. No religion, no morality, no sense of duty. Look, he is attacking her fearlessly, without mercy. How I am punished for having winked at what he did. I did it for your sake, and this is how you repay me. Noura, yes, that is just it. Helmer, now you have destroyed all my happiness. Look, this is what he believes. He believes that his wife, Noura, destroyed his happiness. Not saving his life, but destroyed his happiness, destroyed his future. Look, this is his reaction now. This is what he appreciated here. So now you have destroyed all my happiness. You have ruined all my future. He believes that she destroyed his future as a manager, of course, of the bank. It's horrible to think of. I am in the power of an unscrupulous man. He can do what he likes with me, ask anything he likes of me, give me any orders he pleases. I dare not refuse, and I must sink to such miserable depths because of a thoughtless woman. Again, accusing her of being thoughtless woman. Noura, when I'm out of the way, you will be free. Now she starts to form his decision to leave. And now this is the beginning. When I'm out of the way, when I'm not on your way anymore, you will be free. Of course, nothing will happen to you because I leave everything. I'll be responsible for what I did. Helmer, no fine speeches, please. Your father had always plenty of those ready too. What good would it be to me if you were out of the way, as you say? Not the slightest. He can make the affair known everywhere, and if he does, I may be falsely suspected of having been a party to your criminal action. Noura, coldly and quietly, yes. Helmer, it is so incredible that I can take it in, but we must come to some understanding. Take off what shower. Take it off, I tell you. I must try and appease him some way or another. The matter must be hushed up at any cost. And then we find he goes on accusing her of doing this. A ring is heard at the front door bell. Now, while he is accusing her, while he is attacking her of being a criminal, of being a hypocrite, of being a liar, a ring is heard. The doorbell. Now there is a ring. And now I'd like you to remember what happened, how Helmer is and how Helmer will be after receiving something else. So Helmer, with a start, what is that? So late, can the worst, can he? Hide yourself, Noura, say you are ill. Noura stands motionless. Helmer goes and unlocks the whole door. Maid comes to the door. A letter for the mistress. Another letter comes. From whom? We will know. So Helmer, give it to me. Takes the letter and shuts the door. Yes, it is from him. Now, this is a second letter from Krogstad. Remember, in the first letter, he dropped it in the letter box, mentioning and writing all writing all the details of the forgery, of the money, of everything. Now, a second letter also comes from Krogstad. Comes, yes, give it to me, takes the letter and shut, yes, it is from him. You shall not have it. I will read it myself. It's me who will read it. Yes, read it. Now for Noura, it doesn't make any difference. Read it. I don't care. Now, let's see. Helmer, standing by the lamp. I scarcely have the courage to do it. It may mean ruin for both of us. Now I must know. Tears open the letter, runs his eyes over a few lines. Noura, she looks at him questioningly. Noura, no, I must read it once again. Yes, it is true. And look at this. This is very important. I am saved. I am saved for 2 times. He repeats, I am saved. In this letter, in this second letter from Krogstad, he told them that he would never do anything bad against them. He would forget all the things about the forgery, everything. So now Helmer believes that because of receiving this second letter, he is saved. And look at the word I, the pronoun I am saved. As if Noura were not in the situation. So again, he is only thinking of himself. He is selfish man. He is self-centered, only thinking of himself. Now I am saved, only thinking about him. And Noura said, and I. But do you think that Noura here mean and I? Does she mean that she is saved of this crime, of all the matter about Krogstad and the loan and everything? She said, and I. And I, it means that, and I am saved also. But she is not, she definitely, Noura here does not mean that she is saved of this crime, but she is saved from him, from Helmer himself. Now I am saved because now I know the reality about you. Now I know your true nature. Now I'm not deceived anymore by the word love. Right? So she said, and I. Helmer, you too, of course. Now he remembers her. You too. Also, of course. And just few lines ago, he said, I am saved. Not both of us are saved. I am saved. Only thinking of himself. You too, of course. Now using the pronoun we. He did not mention it at the very beginning. He said, I am saved. Now we are both saved. Both saved. Both you and I. Look, he sends you your bond back. Krogstad sent even the bond in order not to have any proof or any evidence against her. He sent her the bond. He says he regrets and repents that a happy change in his life. Never mind what he says. We are saved, Noura. We are saved. Now speaking in this we are saved. Noura, no one can do anything to you. Oh Noura, Noura, now first I must destroy these hateful things. Let me see. Takes a look at the bond. No, I won't look at it. The whole thing shall be nothing but a bad dream to me. tears up the bond, and both letters threw them all into the stove. He tears everything, any evidence against him, and washes them. There now it doesn't exist any longer. Now he feels comfortable because Krogstad does not have any proof now or any evidence against him. Now, look, I'd like you now to notice something which is very important. I'd like you to notice the change that will happen to the character of Helmer again. Just few minutes ago, he was aggressive, attacking her without any mercy. Now, when he received the first letter, now after receiving the second letter, and he knows that he is saved, as he said, I am saved. Now look at the change that will happen to his character. I have fought a hard fight these days, Helmer, and suffered agonies, and seem no way out. But no, we won't call any of the horrors. And then, my poor little Nora, I quite understand this. And then we see that he is going to put on the mask again. She could see his real ugly face, and now under that mask of love, he is going to be a loving husband once more to her. Thank you for your forgiveness. Now, of course, she is mentioning this ironically. Standing at the door, yes, try and calm yourself and make your mind easy again. Look at these nice words he is saying, he is telling her. Yes, try and calm yourself and make your mind easy again, my frightened little singing bird. Be at rest and feel secure. I have broad wings to shelter you under. Look, he is deceiving her again. He is telling her that I have broad wings to protect you, to defend you against any danger that might come to you. Right? So again, he is trying to put on the mask to deceive her, to say words which definitely are not true. So walks up again, but Nora will never be deceived again, will never believe him once more. So I will protect you like a hunted dove that I have saved from a hawk's claws. Nora in everyday dress. Yes, Thorvald, I have changed my things now. But what for so late at this? Now, Nora, of course, after seeing this change, after seeing his true nature, she, of course, she decides not to live anymore with this man. She decides to leave him, to forsake him, and not to continue her life with someone who has been deceiving her all these years. It is not so very late. Sit down here, Thorvald. You and I have much to say to one another. She sits down at one side of the table. Nora, sit down. It will take some time. I have a lot to talk over with you. Now she starts to speak to him, and she does not want him to, of course, interrupt her. And now she starts to tell him that I loved you all these years, but now I do not love you anymore. And she said that you have never loved me, and now this is what Nora is sure of, that he does not love her before. Ever she was in love with her. All the time he was just deceiving her, and this is what she will not accept any more. And as we said that she decides to leave, she decides not to stay with him anymore, and this is her decision. I'm going away from here now at once. I am sure Christine will take me in for the night. Helmer, you are out of your mind. I won't allow you it. I forbid you. Still he is trying to be stronger in front of her. It is no use forbidding me anything any longer. I will take with me what belongs to myself. I will take nothing from you, either now or later. I do not want anything from you. Do I need to tell you that? Are they not your duties to your husband and your children? He is reminding her of the duties again. And Noura is not that type. The word duties is not important to her. The word love is more important to her. I have other duties just as sacred that you have not. What duties could those be? Duties to myself. Now I have some duties to myself as a human being. I have to live. This is my life, which I wasted all the time with you. And at last I discovered that you do not deserve all what I did for you. Before all this, you are a wife and a mother. I don't believe that any longer. I have never felt my mind so clear and certain. And now, when he sees her very strong and deciding to leave, he starts to be very soft and very kind, and again trying to deceive her once more. But Noura would never leave him once more, as I said. And is it with a clear and certain mind that you forsake your husband and your children? There is only one possible explanation. You do not love me anymore. No, that is just it. And now she does not, as he said, she does not love him anymore. Going out to the right, that makes it more all the time. And she, of course, decides to leave, and he is trying to convince her to stay, to affect her by her children. Look, it says now she decides to leave and go out. Noura, not now. Wait till tomorrow. He is asking her, okay, if you decide to leave, but at least wait till tomorrow, because he wants to have time. He wants to have time to convince her more. But Noura does not want to stay anymore with this person, because she feels that he is a stranger to her. He is not that man. She is married. No. He is a stranger to her. And this is what she is going to say. Noura, putting in her clock, I cannot spend the night in a strange man's room. Look, now I do not know you. You are not my husband anymore. You are not the one that I lived with all these years before. So, but can't we live here like brother and sister? Look to the extent he reached. Look how he is trying to convince her. Okay, I do not mind even staying with me here as brother and sister. شايفين الذل? Look, like brother and sister, putting in her head as if she were not listening to him. Complete decision, final decision, never thinking again to live with this man, because now this man is strange to her. You know very well what would not last long. Goodbye, Torvald. I won't see the little ones. Even she does not want to have a look at her children before leaving, because of course you know that the heart of the mother, she does not want to be affected, to change her mind. So even my children, I would not look at them. I would leave. So I won't see the little ones. Helmer, may I write to you, Noura? No, never. You must not do that. Helmer, but at least let me send you. Nothing. Let me help you if you are involved. At least let me send you letters, and I do not want you to send me, but just let me send you letters. She said nothing. Let me help you if you are in want. No, I can receive nothing from a stranger. She considers him as a stranger. She does not want to live with someone that she does not know. Now he is a completely different person from the one that she was married before. Now I can receive nothing from a stranger. Noura, Helmer, can I never, can I never be anything more than a stranger to you? Taking her bag, Torvald, the most wonderful thing of all, would have never. Tell me what would happen, and then both Noura, both you and I would have to be changed that. Oh Torvald, I do not believe any longer in wonderful things happening. And then Helmer, but I will believe in it. Tell me, so change that. Noura, that our life together would be a real wedlock. Goodbye. She goes out through the hall, and Helmer sinks down on a chair at the door and buries his face in his hands because he lost the treasure, that most precious woman he might ever meet in his life. Noura looks round and eyes empty. She's gone. A hope flashes across his mind. The most wonderful thing of all, of course, have gone. And we heard at the end of the play, the sound of a door shutting is heard from below, which means that after a while we as audience hear that the shutting, the closing of the door, which means that she already left the house. This is the end of our lecture. Hope you have enjoyed this most enjoyable play, and I wish if you could hear me, I wish if I could ask you now, do you agree with what Noura did or not? What's your opinion? Does really Helmer deserve what happened to him or not? I wish I could receive your commentaries. Please send me to my mail your commentaries, your interaction with this play, with this end. Do you agree with this end of the play or you do not agree? Thank you very much. All the best to all of you, and happy new year to all of you. Thank you very much, and see you inshallah in our last lecture. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.